Alright, Spellmonger Book 6, Journeymage. This book is probably the most self-explanatory of all the series. It is literally, they're going on a journey, going from point A to point B. You see, to secure the alliance of the Kasari in the last book, Min had to promise to get the children of the Kasari out of the area to another area on the other side of the kingdom. And as such, this book is more about politics than it is anything else. There's the odd battle here or there. They introduce a character who comes up a little bit later called Lady Mask, and there they also show certain enchantments that are becoming newer and things like that. So it's not like completely dead, but most of the the climax of the book is ultimately a political move. They circumvent some laws by doing something in a certain way that I'm not going to spoil. And along the way, there are a few revelations about, the Kasari in particular. It also serves as more or less a walking tour of the war-ravaged areas, as, how some lords have, resisted the goblin invasion without much support, or how one through pretty much utter brutality, another through being mostly a stand-up guy, how others can, just sort of be helpful or unhelpful along the way. So, again, it's mostly a political, most of the drama or the tension in this book comes from the political machinations throughout it. To that end, I did notice something while reading this book. It's been ever present, but, it was the first time I actually noticed it. When Min gets criticized or somebody insults him, his go-to tactic seems to be accepting the insult and then adding on to it to make it ridiculous. This is one of those things that it's so paradoxical about human nature, but that so works. Whenever somebody insults you, the best thing you can do is you accept the insult and then you add something to it. It's a common Stoic technique, believe it or not. I believe Epictetus said,
"If anyone tells you that a certain person speaks ill of you, do not make excuses about what is said of you, but answer, 'He was ignorant of my other faults, else he would not have mentioned these alone.'"
I just kind of liked that one little characteristic because it's one of the most paradoxical things, but the best thing you can do to any insult is accept it, because it shows the person insulting you that you don't hold their opinion in a high enough regard to really care that they're trying to hurt you. I don't know, that's just something I noticed while reading this book initially. Probably, again, because because the book is mostly political in nature. But we also get to see more of the Kasari in this book, better understanding of their culture and their origins. I think a commenter in my last video aptly pointed out that they're Boy Scouts, literally. But yeah, okay, that was the plot. The character work was also pretty good. You get to see Tyndall and Rondell fundamentally grow into, manhood. Pentandra is still giddy over Arborn. And there's some more court politics with the ducal houses. And you get to both the major dukes in this regard. Which, yeah, I gotta say, we really haven't seen much of Tavard until this book. And he's a delightfully hateable little prick, whereas Angwin more has your sympathies. Well, in any case, that's about the extent I have to say about this book. It's a little bit shorter than the other ones, so a lot less actually happens, but it's still kind of the quality I've come to expect from the series.
Yea, our heroes do seek the Master of Evolution, going on a long and perilous journey. Which is pretty stupid, because the Master of Evolution lives right next door to them.